in May, 0 aliens were released into the U.S. Tom Homan, the border czar and former Heritage Visiting Fellow, has worked in immigration since 1984, and he says he has never seen 0 releases.
Hello and welcome to Common Sense TV. I'm your host, Doctor of Common Sense. One thing you won't hear from the media is any success that President Trump has had in 6 months. When you look at the economy, we just hit a trade deal with the UK. They'll get hit with 15% tariff. That's going to be huge for years to come. Japan, I think we brought in about $7 trillion. People who have made promise to do business with the United States of America.
Things we've never done before, and the conventional wisdom about tariffs, about foreign investment, about our assets that are unrealized, about military recruitment, about illegal immigration, they've all gone with the wind. We're in new territory. All the perceived wisdom is ignorance. Our experts think they can predict it, but they've been wrong, and nobody knows.
The border has been shut down. Crime is down. We only deported about 100,000 illegals, but almost 3,000 of them was dangerous gang members, so the streets are being safer. Egg prices are down. The NATO has agreed to pay at least 5% of their GDP. They was ripping us off. China has been ripping us off. So contrary to popular belief, this may be arguably easily the most successful administration in the history of this country.
They've learned nothing from President Trump's overwhelming victory on November 5th. The American people want deportations. They want secure borders. That's why we've had the most successful 6 months of any administration. The president has delivered on his 2 core campaign promises: defeat inflation and secure the homeland in record time.
He's all in on bringing common sense back to energy. More energy is better than less energy. More affordable energy is better than more expensive energy. Just common sense. But Washington was going the opposite direction for 4 years. Let me see one other thing. Natural gas. Natural gas is the fastest growing source of energy on the planet. And it's also the fastest growing export of the United States. We're by far the world's biggest gas producer. The previous administration stopped issuing permits for expansion of United States natural gas exports.
An export ban.
And we haven't even talked about the peace deals around the world. India and Pakistan, both of them own nuclear weapons. They had a peace agreement or a ceasefire. You had Israel and Iran. We took out the nuclear sites, which was a good thing. Israel and Iran has a ceasefire. Palestinian and Israel ceasefire. We had Rwanda and Congo.
Let me have them. And I just wanted to give you each. These are your signed agreements. And we'll make sure that you follow through. We'll make sure you follow through. Yeah. We'll make sure that you follow through. Okay, that's for you. And we have one
ceasefire. And the media is not giving any credit about that because they're not going to give him any credit. They're not going to give President Donald Trump any credit about anything he does. Now, I know some of us is upset because we didn't like the way they handled the whole Epstein thing. I still don't like it. But let's be honest. He's done a better job with this country than any other president, especially in my lifetime and your lifetime, too.
Is it me, or is the fact that the U.S. Treasury reported a budget surplus for the month of June, I think it's a pretty big deal. I think it's a huge deal. In the beginning of something, the beginning of a kind of winning. Americans today, just maybe in our day and age, we're not used to it. I got to point this out to everybody. June saw a surplus of just over $27 billion following a $316 billion deficit that was back in May. Goes on, customs duties totaled about $27 billion for the month, up from $23 billion in May. And then get this, a 301% gain from June of last year. That's
any president in modern day history, if we gonna be honest about it. Inflation is down. All of these successes are happening, and these fools who was bragging on Joe Biden, a man who was too incompetent, and all they can ask him about is what kind of ice cream is he eating. You might as well chalk it up to give him his success, because it has been one of the most successful presidency that we've ever seen.
Look, we've watched where the peace through strength method that President Trump utilized in his first administration worked perfectly. As you recall, even after the attack on Assad Air Base there in Iraq, there was a subsequent attack that went on with Iran. Iran then called President Trump, or notified him, letting him know that they were going to have to do some type of retaliation. And he warned them that if a single American soldier is killed, that he had 20-plus targets that are already designated and targeted. As you saw, Iran never took that action. Iran is...
Especially in 6 months. We got 3.5 more years to go. The media is going to keep doing what they're doing. I just hope that Pam Bundy and Kash Patel and that crew can get their stuff together and start indicting some of these criminals. Because the other success, it can be argued. What is this bugs keep falling on me? The other success can't even be argued. What President Trump has done in this 6 months, you'll never see this much success again, probably ever.
We don't know where we are, but we might be on the verge of an economic boom.